Yeah? And so this is the sort of twisted results you can get if your motivation isn't correct. So brothers, I just want to end on discussing why the Muslim world today is lagging so far behind. Because there's still Muslims that live in those countries. Islam's still the same Islam. Yeah, the motivations are still there. But how come Muslim countries are so behind? And the reason for this, brothers, is because the predominant thoughts in those societies, in the Muslim societies, they're not aligned to Islam. Yeah? And the systems that are implemented on those people, they make it very, very difficult for those people to get involved in scientific and technological advancement. And as I was saying before, you need a lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of vision, to do these things. So when the Khulafa built Bayt al-Hikmah, they had a vision, which is, we want to make the Ummah the greatest nation on earth. To do that, we need technology, we need to lead the world in technology. So they invested all this time and effort and money in places like Bayt al-Hikmah. But if you look at our countries now, they're not interested in that. Yeah? The rulers and the governments, all they're interested in is using the people, taking their wealth and sending it to offshore bank accounts. And that's it. And holding on to power for as long as possible. And in fact, brothers, it's actually in their interest to dumb down the Ummah and to dumb down the Muslims. Because if the Muslims were ambitious, and if the Muslims did progress in science and technology, then they wouldn't want to be ruled by these corrupt rulers, isn't it? They'd want to get rid of them and they'd want to progress, etc. So it's actually in the interest of these governments to dumb down the Muslims. And that's why if you look at the Muslim countries now, we'll find that we've got some of the worst universities in the world. We hardly publish any research papers in journals. And we're not noted for any scientific progress at all. Yeah. Actually, the only area that I can think of is in shisha. Yeah. The only research paper I've read from a university in the Muslim world was in Lebanon, and it was about the toxic effects of shisha. That's all I've come across. Yeah. So yeah, we pioneered the world in shisha. That's about it. So, brothers, this is a point that we really have to think about. Yeah, is what's the difference between now and back then? And the difference is the implementation of Islam. Yeah, it's not about Muslims being thick now and being intelligent then. It's not about that. It's the fact that Muslims had this vision that they wanted to make the Ummah the best. And as part of that, yeah, you want to progress in science and technology. Just to conclude, brothers, when we see these kind of exhibitions, this is not the first exhibition like this. Yeah, there was one in Canada as well recently. We should feel mixed emotions. Yeah, so when we look at it, we should feel, proud that this is what we achieved under Islam. But we should also feel upset and disappointed that our state and our level has got so declined, yeah, that we can't claim to have progressed in anything whatsoever. So if we go to this exhibition, I'd really emphasize that we should use it as an inspiration, yeah? As an inspiration to see how much we could achieve if only we had Islam implemented, yeah? And how much of a difference we could make to the Ummah if we had Islam implemented. I'll end it there, inshallah. قولي قولي هذا واستغفر الله العظيم.